Good morning, friends. Welcome to SBI Securities morning podcast. In today's podcast, we'll be discussing what to expect in Nifty, Bank Nifty from here on, as well as the crucial levels for both the indices. We'll also be discussing on the main stocks in focus, as well as the sectors which are relatively outperforming in trade today, as well as the next few trading sessions. First up, coming to the update regarding the global markets in trade yesterday. So in trade yesterday, all the three US indices traded in a relatively narrow range and ended on a mixed note. So we had the Dow which ended lower by 0.1%. The Nasdaq and the S&P 500 have inched up by 0.1% respectively. Going ahead specifically for S&P 500, the zone of 5,430, 5,410 will act as the immediate support. Any sustainable move below the levels of 5,410 will lead to further selling pressure in the index towards the levels of 5,350. While on the upside, the zone of 5,500 will act as the immediate hurdle for the index. Coming to Brent Oil, so Brent Oil has continued its southward journey and ended at 79.11 level on Monday. Going ahead, the zone of 76.5 will act as the crucial support for Brent Oil. Any sustainable move below the levels of 76.50 would lead to a sharp selling pressure towards the mark of 73 in the short term. Coming to the update regarding the dollar index, so DXY has surged above its 200-day EMA level. Any sustainable move above the levels of 104.75 will lead to a further upside towards the mark of 105.20 in the short term. Now coming to the update regarding our markets. So in trade yesterday, the benchmark index Nifty marked a fresh all-time high of 24,999.75 and thereafter witnessed minor profit booking. It has ended the session on a flat note at levels of 24,836. Going ahead, the zone of 24,740, 24,710 will act as the immediate support for the index. As long as the index is trading above 24,710, it is likely to continue its upward journey and test 25,000 followed by 25,160 in the short term. While on the downside, if the index slips below the mark of 24,410, the next support is seen closer towards 24,600. Coming to the derivative data, so the August futures if you see has ended on a flat note in trade yesterday. The open interest of the current, next and far series has surged by approximately 0.63%. Among the constituents of the Nifty index, that is among the top 50 stocks of the index, 14 stocks witnessed long built up. We had 11 stocks which witnessed short covering rally, while 15 stocks witnessed short built up and 10 stocks witnessed long unwinding. Coming to the option chain data, so in trade yesterday, 24,900 strike EPC has witnessed significant call open interest followed by 25,000 strike, and on the put side it is majorly seen in 24,800 followed by 24,700 strike. For the weekly expiry, if we see, the PCR currently is at 0.98, while for the monthly expiry we have the PCR which is at 1.44. Coming to the update regarding Bank Nifty, so the banking benchmark index Bank Nifty has marked a high of 52,340 and thereafter witnessed a sharp profit booking of over 900 points in trade yesterday. On the daily scale, it has formed a bearish candle with a long upper shadow which indicates selling pressure at higher levels. Going ahead, the zone of 51,000 will act as the immediate support for the index. Any sustainable move below the levels of 51,000 will lead to further selling pressure in the index towards the levels of 50,600. On the upside, if we see, resistance has shifted lower in the towards the zone of 51,700, 51,800 level. Coming to the derivative data, so the July futures ended higher by if you see by 0.17%, and the cumulative open interest of the current, next and far series has dipped by about 5.45%. Coming to the option chain data, so in trade yesterday, 51,500 strike has significant call open interest followed by 52,000 strike, and on the put side we have 51,000 which has significant open interest followed by 50,500 strike. Coming to the July monthly series expiry, so we have PCR which is currently at 0.69, that is for tomorrow's expiry for Bank Nifty, and the max pain is seen at 51,500 strike. Coming to the key market indicators, so the volatility index India VIX has surged by nearly 6% and ended near the level of 30. However, it is still trading below its short-term and long-term moving averages. These averages are in falling mode. Going ahead, any sustainable move below the levels of 12 will lead to resume its downward journey. If we see the advance decline ratio, it was tilted in favor of the advancing counters in trade yesterday. Coming to the key sectors in focus, so technically we see that Nifty Auto, Nifty Pharma, Nifty Healthcare, IT, Oil and Gas, CPSC and PSC sectors are likely to outperform in the short term. In trade yesterday, some selective stocks from defense, railway, PSU bank space witnessed a minor pullback. However, we recommend to avoid these stocks for the next couple of trading sessions, as the short term trend of these stocks is still bearish. Coming to the FII DI data, so FII sold to the tune of 2,478 crores, while DIS bought to the tune of 5,665 crores yesterday. If we see the FII long short ratio for index futures, it is at 65.38 on a net basis. This as they purchased about 19,260 index futures. On the stock futures front, FIIs have sold to the tune of 14,752 contracts, while on the options front, FIIs sold 73,163 call contracts and simultaneously sold 30,884 put option contracts. So friends, that's all for today. Thank you for regularly listening to our podcast. Wishing you all an energetic and happy trading session. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.